So, today is 9 a.m. on May 4th, 2026. Tomorrow is my birthday. Goodbye 10 years old and hello 11 years old. Originally, beta 1.6 to beta 1.6.6 were not set to Sunday at 11 a.m. I will set Monday, May 4 at 9 a.m. before beta 1.7 release. Before beta 1.7 premiere at 11 a.m. Okay. Before the video starts, um, before the video starts, Sunday is not in. Monday, May 4, 2026, 9 a.m. Not Sunday, May 3, 2026, at 11 a.m. Okay, video starts. Okay. In this video, I'm making beta 1.6 to beta 1.6.6. So, I'm making this video. Beta 1.6. Beta 1.6 is a version of Java Edition Beta released on May 26, 2011, which adds maps, trapdoors, the nether and multiplayer, as well as other changes and many bug fixes. Here are some additions in Java Edition Beta 1.6. It unblocks dead bush, generates naturally only in deserts, can only be placed on sand. Shrub doesn't generate anywhere, only obtainable via inventory editing. Grass generates in the form of random patches of grass blocks in most biomes with grassy soil, like plains or forest. Seeds are now found in grass. Its color change depends on the humidity. Fern generates naturally only in swamps and rainforests. Seeds are now found in fern. Its color depends on the temperature it's a biome it's in. Wooden trapdoor. It can be crafted. Oh no. It can be opened like a door, crafted with planks. Items. Maps. Allows the player to see a section of the world from a top-down perspective. Command format. Server.properties. Added new settings. View-distance. Allow -nether. Gameplay. Multiplayer. Added nether support. Next is changes. Non-blocks. General. Block destroyed by other players in multiplayer. Now show the breaking block particle effect. It's no longer possible to build solid blocks on the top of the layer of the map. Blocks that don't change appearance when the data changes don't send blocks. Updates when their data changes now. Beds. Trying to sleep in the nether causes the bed to explode. Dispensers. When activated, it makes sounds that triggers particles in multiplayer. Doors. Now make sound for other players in multiplayer. Fire has been severely nerfed, so it spreads slower and doesn't spread infinitely. Ice now regenerates regardless or whether there is snowing or not. Jukebox now supports more than 11 different music discs. Leaves with the graphics level set to fast no longer act like a pig. Solid blocks, preventing blocks such as torches, doors, and levers to be placed on them, and preventing mobs from naturally spawning on them. Mushrooms now spread, also slow. Powered rail now speedier to offset the loss of glitch boosters. Water below a layer of source blocks no longer behaves like source blocks. And on items, arrows, when shot by one player, cannot be picked up by other players. Seeds, using a hoe on grass no longer yields seeds. Non-mob entities, boats. Players are dismounted when they ride a boat or minecart through another portal. Minecarts. Players are dismounted when they ride a boat or minecart through another portal. And on gameplay, combat remove the 10-tick cooldown when the missing hitting the air. Controls. Shift plus clicking while crafting makes as much as possible and moves it straight to player's inventory. Shift plus clicking something in player's inventory pushes it directly in player's hotbar and vice versa. Lightning on block icons in the inventory has been changed to appear brighter. Players, when stuck in walls, slide towards the nearest gap. There is one. General network traffic, compress network traffic more aggressively. Options: temporary disabled advanced OpenGL. Texture packs. Added support for mist/green grasscolor.png and mist/foliagecolor.png images. Here are some fixes from Java Edition Beta 1.6. 97 bugs were fixed. Fixed saving while sneaking, dropping the player to the ground. Fixed player rotation not being loaded correctly when loading a saved game. Fixed the player not being able to sneak off lowered blocks like cacti. Fixed the game crash when riding a vehicle or animal into the desert. Fixed falling while riding, not dealing damage to the rider, and more. Multiplayer only. Bugs. FPS drops unexpectedly from some users. Shift plus clicking in a container while having a full inventory crashes the game. Beta 1.6.1. Beta 1.6.1 is a version of Java Edition Beta, released on May 26, 2011, to fix an item bug in Beta 1.6. Here are some fixes from Java Edition Beta 1.6.1 as well. One bug were fixed. Fixed an item bug when picking up an item with a full inventory costs an infinite number of item pickup animations to play. Beta 1.6.2. Beta 1.6.2 is a version of Java Edition Beta released on May 26, 2011 to fix an item duplication bug that existed in Beta 1.6 and Beta 1.6.1. Here are some fixes from Java Edition Beta 1.6.2. One bug were fixed. Fixed an item duplication bug when picking up any equipment that is damaged. In Beta 1.6 to and Beta 1.6.1, that equipment with an item with a stack count of 0 will drop with the player pick up infinitely. Beta 1.6.3. Beta 1.6.3 is a version of Java Edition Beta, released on May 26, 2011, which fixed some of the bugs and crashes in Beta 1.6.2 as well. Add-on changes. Blocks. Water. Water that is 2 blocks deep no longer prevents fall damage. Players need at least 3 blocks deep water to prevent fall damage. General options. The renderer is now capped at 100 FPS, while there are chunks to be generated. This excess time will be spent generating chunks instead of rendering times. The limit frame rate option now limits the game to 40p FPS and will send at least 10 ms per frame sleeping. The limit frame rate option has been reset to off for all players. Enable it again if wanted. Here are some fixes from Java Edition Beta 1.6.3. 3 bugs were fixed. Fixed some block updates not obtaining lightning properly under some circumstances by reverting to fixing 1.6 that lead to block data not always being sent. Fixed a major CPU load issue in the server where a very tight loop would stop all other threads. Fixed furnaces, dropping, duplicating their contents when they change state from lit to unlit or back. Beta 1.6.4. Today is May 1, 2026. It will be Labor Day, right? Beta 1.6.4 is a version of Java Edition Beta, released on May 26, 2011, to fix a CPU load issue in Beta 1.6.3. Here's some fixes from Java Edition Beta 1.6.4. One bug were fixed. Attempted to fix CPU usage issue in single player and multiplayer. Beta 1.6.5. Beta 1.6.5 is a version of Java Edition Beta, released on May 28, 2011, which contains minor changes and fixes some of the bugs and crashes in Beta 1.6.4. Here's on changes. Blocks. Slabs. It is now possible to climb slabs while sneaking. Stairs. It is now possible to climb stairs while sneaking. Gameplay. Writing. Players who are writing anything stop doing so when they leave the game. Sleeping. Players who are sleeping stop doing so when they leave the game. Sneaking. Effect has been decreased. The player's feet look like they're in the air. Gameplay again. Controls. Shift plus clicking. The crafting output only performs a single crafting action instead of maximum possible amount. For instance, shift plus clicking while crafting torches only transfers 4 torches into the inventory at a time. And on general options, events OpenGL re-added. Caps can now be changed with toggles of 40 FPS, 90 FPS, and 200 FPS. Except for the 40 FPS setting, the frame rate is only capped when there are any chunk updates. Version number no longer displayed while playing unless the unlicensed company message is being shown. Still visible on title screen and debug screen. Here's some fixes to Java Edition Beta 1.6.5. 13 bugs were fixed. Player and the indicator on maps now points in the same direction as the player instead of being rotated slightly. Dropped equipment no longer breaks on the first use. In some cases it still does. Objects are now pushed out if they are within a block. Lightning adds normal again when placing and removing torches. The game no longer crashes when shift plus dash clicking to put items in the chest that is already full and vice versa. Fix CPU issue on multiplayer. Saving while crouching no longer constantly teleports the player into blocks above or below when loading the save. Exiting a minecart or moving from one minecart to another no longer bumps the original minecart and makes it move. Fix the player's health appearing to be full when exiting the nether. Fix some entities appearing to fall through the ground repeatedly in multiplayer. Some might still do so. Fixed server sometimes thinking the player hit a corner when walking when they didn't. Fix the achievements window rendering some graphics outside the clip window. Fix a couple of instances where beds which act strange in multiplayer. Primarily the already occupied bug. Beta 1.6.6. Beta 1.6.6 is a version of Java Edition Beta, released on May 31, 2011, which contains minor changes and fixes some of the bugs and crashes in Beta 1.6.5. Here are some additions in Java Edition Beta 1.6.6. And on general options, added a performance section in video settings. Can be set to max FPS, balanced, or power saver. And on changes, blocks, glowstone. Change the material from glass to stone. This means the player needs a pickaxe to get resource from it. This also means the player can now place redstone torches, levers, etc. on the block. Now drops 2-4 glowstone dust when broken. Can now be crafted with 4 glowstone dust. White wool is now crafted using forestry. Items: bone meal, can grow grass and flowers on grass blocks. Non-mob entities, boats, float up to the surface quicker. When falling down into water, they lose vertical momentum much faster. Crashing into soil sand on a boat now kills player but keeps the boat intact. Here are some fixes from Java Edition Beta 1.6.6. 3 bugs were fixed. Fixed beds not working very well in multiplayer. Destroying a boat no longer spawns the player too low, causing them to sometimes fall through the ground. Shift plus clicking a tool into a chest no longer restores it to new. And that's the version of Beta 1.6 to Beta 1.6.6.